Hey everybody, Daniel from the Venza Dutch office. Thank you for being here for this reaction video. We are glad you're here. All right, we've got a couple of industry friends joining us. Also, can't forget to mention my buddy Sean Shields. He's got colors. He's showing his true colors today. All right. He's always doing something corny. All right, we got a couple of industry friends. Let's find out who they are before we get their raw reaction. Why don't we start with you, Patrick?
Hey everyone, my name is Patrick Murray. I'm a business transformation consultant here at SkyPoint Cloud based out of Portland, Oregon. And what we do is we specialize in data analytics and custom app solutions.
Fantastic. Glad to have you, sir. All right. And a friend, Mike. Mike, tell us about yourself.
Hi there, I'm Mike Gray. I'm the Global Vice President of Strategic Partnerships for Nomadix. We're a global technology provider to hospitality.
All right. All right, so these gentlemen have volunteered for the punishment of giving the raw reaction. They're in the hot seat, and they have no idea what they're going to see, but we're gonna share it now in a moment. Anytime you're ready, Mr. Shields. All righty. Okay. So this caught my eye on CNN Travel. There was also a similar article here in the BBC. This is all from today. And so I thought this is interesting. We've had other conversations, the four of us, on some of the changing climate and how to forecast that. But this is kind of an interesting topic about the drought conditions, not only here in Europe, but also in I believe it's in Texas. If you could just scroll down just a tad further, so then you've got the how some of these World War II ships have been revealed because of the drought conditions. So strange new things to emerge from some of these climate change issues. My question is does this seem like an opportunity to become new destinations for travelers? I personally thought of the Serbian River and how interesting it would be to be one of the first people to see some of these ships that have not been seen since the 1940s, or there in Texas to see these these preserved dinosaur tracks. Is this an opportunity for as a destination in hospitality? What are your thoughts, guys? Mike, do you have a thought on this?
Sure. So I hope they're temporary opportunities. So we have the moment now. We see things like dinosaur tracks. My father was a pilot in World War II. He used to tell me about planes that would crash into Lake Mead. Now they're all starting to appear. But those all come with a cost, and that is the water flow through our rivers, through our lakes. And so even though we have temporary opportunities to discover at the long term, that we need to at least acknowledge them and try and return them to their previous state.
No. Okay. Patrick, your thoughts?
Yeah, my initial reaction, just kind of piggyback off of what Mike said, is, at what cost, can we benefit from this? I mean, yeah, it's great being able to see all this, but at the same time, increased human activity in some of these remote locations could, be detrimental. A lot of times out here in Oregon, more and more people go to these waterfalls, and, ends up being more and more trash left and things like that. So there's always a cost to the reward. So I think that's something that we would definitely want to look at in terms of opening up a new destination like that.
Yeah. If we can approach these with a little bit more responsibility and a little bit more stewardship towards the environment, rather than how we've acted in the past, definitely in need. Sean, any thoughts on this in terms of these new opportunities to see things?
Wow, bittersweet, right? A bad environmental thing happens, creating an interesting thing to see. Better book it now and get there while it's still going on. I mean, we want the environment to heal itself. Now, as a magnet fisherman, I'm thinking it's easier to see everything now in the water as I throw my magnet in there. Not that I can pull a battleship out, but I'm it's making life a little easier for me. And then another plus maybe.
Yeah.
One thing you also might consider is there's been two opportunities when the Great Aswan Dam was built in Egypt and also the Three Gorges Dam in China, that they purposely covered up towns and such to provide water for the uses of the hydroelectric and such.
Yeah. Yeah. Similarly, in the Tennessee Valley Authority.
Same thing.
Yeah. Damming it up and whole towns being gone and preserved. Yeah. And just fascinating. I find it just a fascinating time. Sean said it, I think, best by saying it's bittersweet. It's fascinating to see these, tracks from a 600-foot tall dinosaur for the very first time. But it is tragic that we have that opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
from a marketing standpoint, you got to be ready to switch up, right? If you're a property hotel in an area, you got to pay attention, see what's going on, get that messaging out. Hey, this is what's going on in our local area. You got to be on top of it. Had to just say that from a marketing standpoint.
Yeah, and it's also there's a lot of talk about over tourism here in Europe, and in particular here in the Netherlands. So many people think, well, I'm going to go to the Netherlands, so I'm going to be in Amsterdam. And there's a whole lot of other areas to see, and that can be a lot more sustainable if people are going to just other locations and doing it in a more sustainable fashion, and not just collecting in one spot.
Look at Venice.
Venice. There you go. Precisely. Yep. Precisely. Venice is a classic example. Barcelona struggles as well. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Kind of bittersweet, a little somber, but interesting developments for our industry. Thank you so much for your raw reaction. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate you.
Thank you.